Hey guys, Roger here. Today I'm putting away my critical goggles to have a little fun. Since it is the start of a new season, I'd figure I would talk about my own seasonal viewing habits. Before I do that, I may as well give a bit of a backstory on when I started watching seasonal anime. Back in late August of 2014, I had pretty much avoided subbed anime altogether, as I wanted to build up my knowledge of the bare essentials, as well as taking a look at the classics before I looked at newer shows. But then, I was doing this podcast, and the topic was seasonal anime for that autumn. I had seen Magic Kaito 1412 on that list, and I was a big Detective Conan guy at the time. So, through Kaito, that got me more and more interested in seasonals. I would watch a few shows each season. Then last summer, I started watching loads of different seasonal shows. Since then, I have noticed quite a few habits I have when watching them that I thought I would share. The first thing that has happened almost every season is I'll always end up getting excited for a show. Just because this guy who worked on a show or shows I liked is making it, or maybe it's based off something else I enjoyed, whatever the case, I get really excited. Not necessarily hyped because I kinda keep it to myself. I watched the first episode, and it's really good. It meets, sometimes exceeds, my own expectations. Then I continue watching. It's still keeping up in quality, maybe getting better too. But then, something along the lines of this happens. Either the show doesn't go where I think would work best, or it has a read the manga ending with no sign of a sequel, or the show finds other ways to troll me. Then, what ends up happening is that I get completely let down, and get completely turned off from watching seasonal anime. This has legitimately happened every season since last winter. But then, what ends up happening is that the anime community always finds some way to sucker me back into watching seasonal shows. I think the best example can come from last summer, where I had a number of anime I had been interested in, as you can tell from the first impressions video I made. I was completely turned off from seasonals after almost all of them ended up disappointing me in some regard. But then, the community somehow finds a way to sucker me into watching autumn anime. But Roger, this season has One Punch Man! You know, the show you got mixed up with Punchline. Ugh, okay, I guess I'll watch that because of the hype. Roger, there's a new season of Noragami! I thought the first season was decent enough, so I guess I'll watch this one. But Roger, Seraph's back too! Oh, I loved making fun of that show. Should probably watch the sequel too. Oh, and Roger, there's a new Gundam being written by Mari freaking Okada. You recently started getting into her works with WeCross, and you like Gundam. I suppose I should be watching that too. Roger, there's Concrete Revolution. You like Studio Bones, right? I love Bones. Maybe this will be Mizushi's comeback. I'll watch it. Roger! There's this new really bad action comedy ecchi fantasy harem romance school sci-fi supernatural show that all your friends are making fun of. Screw it. I'll just watch dozens of seasonal shows again. So basically, I get suckered into watching seasonal shows, and finding some way to get disappointed. Watching seasonal anime is a lot like a game of Wii Cross. The only winning move is not to play. But it's so hard not to get suckered in because I like being able to talk about and watch the shows with the whole community. I'm also a completionist, so I like to finish whatever I start. Also, what if there's something that ends up being really good? Imagine the enjoyment of being able to really discuss something truly good with the community each week and feel the same excitement they're feeling. There's also another seasonal anime watching habit I fall into, where there'll be at least a few shows I stop watching altogether until the season is nearing its end, in which I frantically try to complete all of those shows before I have to fill up my list with other seasonal series. Most of the time, I'm just so utterly bored by them that I kinda need to just watch them all in one go, or I leave the meh anime for later so I can enjoy the good ones and get rid of the terrible ones first. While I do have a lot of negative emotions from watching seasonal anime, there's still a charm to watching them. There's a reason why I'm still keeping up with the seasons, in spite of how much of a disappointment summer was. I have a lot of fun getting a taste of all the different shows that come out, and getting an accurate representation of the times, be they bad or good. I am always looking for shows that try something new, and even if some of these shows turn out bad, I admire that with all the generic shows that are coming out this season, there are a good amount still trying something different. So, Let me know what kind of seasonal watching habits you have in the comments. I really like listening to other people's own personal experiences with anime. I also hope to eventually have an autumn season first impressions video, though I cannot guarantee that one will be made at this moment in time. Either way, if you enjoyed it, you can like it, and also be sure to subscribe for more of my own insight. Thanks for watching!
Hey, Mr. President, watch out! 何者かがフルーツの中にキングコブラを忍ばせておった! Oh, Mr. President, no!